Yo, what is good, everybody? That boy E back again with another House of the Dragon video. We got a little bit of a different one today. I'm going to be doing a recap and giving my overall thoughts on the episode, along with talk about this time jump. Well, my overall opinion on this episode was a very well put together episode, and I'm glad that they got Miguel to help out directing this one. He is probably by far my favorite director when it comes to Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. And this episode almost felt like a second premiere. And if you didn't know, Miguel was the one credited with doing the first episode ever of House of the Dragon. In this episode, we get introduced to a lot of new characters and some new actors, which we will touch on shortly. But before we hop into this episode, if you want to check out my episode 6 reaction video, the link will be down below, along with other videos. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Let's hop into this video. We start off episode 6 with an unfamiliar face giving birth. And it took me around 5 to 10 seconds to figure out that was in fact Princess Rhaenyra, who is now played by Emma Darcy. So in the last episode, it has been 10 years. And basically the reason why they decided to jump 10 years into the future is because not a lot of things or key moments happen in that 10-year span. The only thing I could think of that they cut out was Lena finding and riding the big boy Vhagar, which they teased this in an early episode. I believe they teased this in maybe episode 3? Yeah, I think episode 3. And that's going to be a theme in this video. A lot of teasing and little hints in early episodes that we go back to and see that there was foreshadowing the future. The first one being that the kid the princess just gave birth to isn't colored nor has gray hair. And later in the episode we see that 3 kids do not share this either. So this begs the question, who is the father? Well, the father is nobody other than Mr. Harwin Strong, the commander of the King's Guard. We aren't going to see a lot of Mr. Harwin Strong. His brother saw to that, sadly. As Aegon would say it, he is a little twat.
Aemond is your brother.
Oh, he's a twat.
We are.
Right after we get introduced to the new Rhaenyra, we get to see a newer, older Laenor. And man, is he not living his best life right now? He has no concern about the accusations going on with his family, but he instead is going out partying and going on ship rides with his boy Carl. Even though they jumped 10 years, some moments make it seem like the last episode was yesterday. The look Laenor gives to Criston Cole, and him naming the son Joffrey after his past lover. And we also see Cole kind of snaps while talking ill on Rhaenyra, like Rhaenyra just did him dirty last night. Well, speaking of Rhaenyra, her nemesis Alicent, let's talk about what happened to her over these past 10 years. She is no longer this sweet, innocent girl anymore. She is a force to be reckoned with. And you can see that these 10 years apart really made and shaped her into this. Along with Alicent, you can kind of see how Rhaenyra kind of shaped and made this new Alicent, and also Criston Cole. If she never lied to Alicent or slept with Criston Cole, maybe, just maybe, they wouldn't have had all these problems. But hey, that would have made for a bad show, so I'm with it. We see Alicent from the start of the episode is starting to play the game a little bit, all the way up until the end. She was trying to make the King Viserys see that Rhaenyra's kids aren't actually Laenor's, which I don't know what he's on, but they're clearly not his. I kind of feel bad for the King Viserys. It seems like he just wants a loving family. He wants his kids and grandkids to be happy and for his wife and daughter to get along. And when he hears the proposal of his daughter and Rhaenyra's son, he gets so excited. He finally thinks that it's going to unite their house, but Alicent basically says, you're going to have to kill me before I let this happen. And unfortunately, probably would have prevented a lot of things that are going to happen later in the show, to say the least. So now let's talk about these kids, because man, there are a lot. So under Alicent, we have Aegon, Aemond, and Helena. Under Rhaenyra, we have Jace, Luke, and Joffrey. And under Daemon, we have Bela and Rhaena. Speaking of the kids, I really love this scene of all the kids seeming to get along and pranking Aemon.
What is it?
Something very special.
You're the only one of us without a dragon.
Indeed.
And we felt badly about it. So we found one for you.
A dragon. How?
The gods provide.
Behold, the pink dread.
Be sure to mount her carefully. First flight's always rough.
You could kind of tell that they basically grew up together and are brothers. But later in the episode, Allison is like, nah, always have your brother's back to Aemon. You could do whatever you like to him at home, but have his back out in public. And then she basically tells him, you have to be the king, or else Rhaenyra is going to, kill you in your sleep. Which is a bit harsh, if you ask me. But I could have helped to think that she actually might believe this based on what her father used to tell her when she was a little kid. So we kind of see like a full circle of parenting here. We see Otto whispering and telling Allison about this, and then Allison whispering and telling her son about this. And after she tells him this, you see him go full force on his nephew. I guess that's his nephew, right? Jace will be his nephew. While being coached by Crispin Cole, which I thought I liked, but now absolutely hate him, and I was so happy to see Harwin just go to town with him. But even though he kind of confessed to him by being the father, not just to him, he confessed to like basically everybody besides King Viserys believes it now. Well, and let's talk about another person that believes it or knows the truth in Daemon, who is now a father and husband to Laena, which was kind of teased in the last episode. Oh yeah, and I forgot to bring up that Harwin and Rhaenyra's relationship was also kind of teased, probably on a lesser note, in episode 3. But talking about Daemon, it's kind of weird to see him as a stable husband and father. Never knew he could be the type. But it truly seems like he's done with all the political scheming and inheritance. He just wants to be happy with his family. And you can see it with the conversation he had with Laena, that he wants to stay there and be happy. But Laena surely says, nah man, I can't live and die here. Well, which she kind of does later in the episode, which is very, very sad.
Dracarys! 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 Dracarys!
Also looks beautiful. And that's the shit Game of Thrones does, man. They make sad moments look beautiful. But anyway, you can see Daemon has probably changed maybe the most at this 10 years. Like, he's done for now with all of that being Targaryen. Which, can you blame him? All that is probably tiring as hell. But something is telling me that he's not actually done with it after his wife dies, that something might be next week's trailer. If you haven't watched next week's trailer, I did a reaction on it, link down below. But let's get back into the episode. We got Lionel Strong resigning of being the Hand, in which Allison is all for. She is trying her very, very hardest to get him to confess why he's resigning so bad. But Strong stands strong. You see what I did there? Strong stands strong. No, okay. But he ultimately does stand strong. And at the end, he gets to keep his job, at least for another 15 minutes of the episode. Because you guys all know what happens. And I guess the Strongs weren't strong enough to open the door. No, Okay, that was the last one. I'm sorry. They were starting to be like some of my favorite characters too. And to have them go in like one episode of seeing, well, at least Harwin Strong, that was basically his episode. But overall, I think the episode was very good. I ranked it at 9.5 in my reaction video, but I might move it up to a 9.8 right behind episode 5, that I gave a 10. Did you like it? Let me know in the comments. Also, I have a lot of new cool ideas coming up in the future, such as the top 5 best scenes, top 5 best episodes in this show, and the OG show, Game of Thrones. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video,